Oh snap, what's good you guys? What's good y'all? It's your boy Mac Motivates, and y'all already clicked on it. Y'all already know what we're doing today. My friends at Lingdu reached out to me and they said, hey, we loved your first video on the Accord, so we want you to try another one of our products. So we got another dash cam right here. Let's go. Let's go. So we're going to throw it on the trunk just like we did on the Accord, and we're going to go ahead and look through this, see the pros and the cons of this thing, and go from there. But listen, I want to also say, I'm not going to promote a product that I haven't tried myself, and I've had that dash cam in the Honda for at least 2 to 3 months, so I know the good things and the bad things about it. Now I'm going to tell you though, there's really no bad things about it. It's 4K quality at a pretty cheap price. Now the only downfall, the only con that I do see is that there's not a touch screen. Now that's the one in the Accord. This one here doesn't even have a touch screen, so that kind of defeats that whole problem there. So let's get into it real quick. Let me show you what we got. All right, so on this install, we're gonna keep it pretty simple. I showed you guys how to tuck wires and all that, but if you're not tech savvy or you're not car savvy and you just still wanna get a dash cam and just set this thing up, I'm gonna show you the way to set this up as fast as possible. So let's go ahead and show you what we got on the inside though. This is the D600. There you go, you can check out the box. Yes, I already unboxed it basically. But let's get into it, All right, you know what would be cool is like a little greeting or something right there, you know what I'm saying? But the star of the show is right here. So this is a 4K quality camera, and you guys have seen from my last video, the 4K is pretty dang good for, you know, the price point that this comes in, and I'm expecting nothing less with this one. So this one here is more slim. The other one that I had was, it basically had a little screen on the back, and you can see. This one you're gonna have to set up through your phone app. So I got the phone charging, but this one does have GPS, it does record, does have a mic, and it's 4K and Wi-Fi capability. So, and I also like this because it just sticks on. Basically, the proper place to put this is like right underneath your mirror, and this thing actually does move. So you can position it however you need. And this is the 2-channel, so what that means is this has a front camera and rear camera. So here's our rear camera. I'm guessing it's the same thing that I have in the back there. Now this one says that this camera shoots at 1080p. So I'm not sure. I think the back camera in the Accord shoots at 2K. So I wonder if I switch them out, you know. But I've ran that line already. Oh, actually, they disconnect right here. Let's go. But anyways, same thing. Mounts up to your glass, and this has 360 capability to turn all the way around. You can have it on your glass and position it whatever way you need. They have a cool little kind of like carbon fiber, kind of like camo texture going on there. And then this is the wiring to power the main units, and that's what we're going to run today. We're not going to tuck any wires. We're going to actually use these today, or at least I'm going to show you how you would use these. I'm going to tuck this later on, but I wanted to make a simpler version of this install for people who just aren't car savvy and they want to set this up themselves. So this is where these are going to come into play. The pry tool, here, I'll pull this out here. So we got the pry tool where you would kind of pry back and tuck in those wires, and then we have the sticky double-sided wire holders, and basically these would just kind of hold the wires into place. You just clamp them down, and then your wires would be nice and uniform. So forgot all about this. So this is actually a unit that slides off just like the other unit. So let's say you get this in there, and then let's say you go on a road trip and you have 2 Lingdu units like I do, and you want to use the other unit for this one. Well, it's kind of cool because all you have to do is slide this unit off, and then boom, we can toss it in the other one. Now think about it this way, this would still be stuck onto the glass, and then once you get back in, you can just pop it on there, and slide it back on, and you can pretty much change your units like that. It's super dope. Well, let's get through everything first really quick. Let's go through completely everything. Just want to make sure we cover all of our bases. We have the pry tool. We have some extra stickies there. We have the instruction manual. Very detailed, must I say, as well. And then we have the charger. Totally forgot about that. This also has like a carbon fiber kind of deal going on with it. But we have that. And then we have the protective film though. This film basically helps the adhesive stick better to the glass. So you have 4 of those. So if you mess up, you have backups to try again. So that's what's in the box of this Lingdu product. But let's get inside the car, and let me show you how I would run this the fastest and most simplest way possible. For those of you that are new to my channel and Lingdu, who I'm going to share this with, this is the Subi. So let's go ahead and get in here. Pretty dirty right now, but let's go ahead and install. All right, everybody, we are inside the Subi, and so it's a bit dark where I live. I have trees that cover my driveway, so it gets a bit dark. So I'm using this new light that I have, and hopefully we'll be able to see. Just kind of sucks that I don't have a sunroof in here. So yeah, let me get this set up, and then I'll show you guys exactly how I do this install. All right, everybody, you are sitting in the Subi. I got the light set up here, so we're pretty good. So first things first, you're gonna want to take the unit here, and it's kind of crazy because this one here is so slim and it actually doesn't have the screen like I had. So what you're gonna have to do is plug this up and then get it started and connect it to your phone. And then once you get it connected to your phone, then you can kind of figure out where a good spot to place this is, because you'll be able to see what the camera sees. So once you get that set up, we're gonna do that here in a little bit. But as far as placement, these are really designed to kind of blend in. I see some people put it here and it's not quite in their peripheral, it's not quite in their way. Now I don't know if you want to set it on these, because like these are your defrosters, so I don't know if you want to set that. So how I have it in the Accord is I have it just a little bit below my mirror, so I could actually see it. And it is going to be kind of almost in the middle, but I can see what it shows me on the display, and I can see, you know, if everything's going correctly with all the buttons, or not the buttons, but with the lights. So that's going to be 100% of your struggle first, is trying to find a good placement. I have seen people put it here and they have it kind of to the side a little bit. It just doesn't matter, because the wide angle camera on this is really good. So just play around with it until you find a spot that feels comfortable, and then you'll take one of those sheets. Now you can also reference back to my old video on the Accord install, because I'm not going to do all of it right now just due to it's kind of dark at the moment. But you'll take this sheet, and it has a pre-cut like little dotted line there, and basically you can lay this down like so, and then you can place this over it, and then it will have, it's basically, it will have this little sticky on there, and then you can stick that on there. This is supposed to be to help it stick better, but I've seen people not even use it at all. I've seen people not use it at all because it can create bubbles as well. So, and you don't want to see bubbles on the other side. But let me go grab the phone and we'll get this thing linked up. And basically you're gonna, obviously how to power this thing is you'll put it into the charger. Here we go. My charger is actually right here. So I would plug that into there, and then my wire is going to be exposed, and we'll have to figure out how to run that wire as well. Now Lingdu actually does have instructions on a suggested way on how to run that wire. Okay, boom, they have an installation diagram that works very well. Shows you how, here you go, shows you how you should run it basically, and it shows you how to tuck and pry. So basically you would take this pry tool, and then you would kind of put it down there and kind of just pull it pull it, just to put, or push it. You can actually push it too, and you can just tuck in the wire just a little bit, and you can just pull that down, tuck in the wire, and you can just run that through. It'll even tuck in right here. As you can see, it's not hard. You have to be careful though, because sometimes some cars come with airbags. But if you don't want to do that and you're just okay with having the wire exposed, the best thing that you can do then is use one of these, and basically it would just run the wire. If you're okay with the wire just kind of running right down, then, you know, have that wire right there. I've seen people run it that way. Some people just don't care. They just want to have the safety of a dash cam in their car, you know, so they may have the wire just be kind of hanging right there. Well, if you want to make it look a little bit cleaner, you can take one of those stickies and you can wrap that around, and then basically you can stick it to the dash, and then it can basically like fit into like a little spot here where it would look pretty normal, you know, and it can run straight down to your charger, and then you would have just that little bitty space of wire that's hanging, but you have the safety of knowing that you have a dash camera that works well. So let me go ahead, grab this cell phone and get this up and running, and then I'll show you guys the quality of this as well. All right, I placed you guys on my head, so I'm hands-free. So basically this has a low pro style plug, because it just plugs right in here just like this, and it's nice because that plug goes upwards, and you know, your wire is basically going to go upwards as well. And so you're also going to have another plug right here that's going to go to the rear camera. So you're gonna have to run the rear camera to the back, because that plugs in as well. Now, man, you might as well just plug both in at the same time and run both of these wires. Like I said, I'm running out of daylight, so I'm not going to do so right now, but I will show you guys how I ran it in the other vehicle that I have. All right, boom, we have power. There we are. We got a little Lingdu sign there, little oh, we got a little chime. Yep, there we go. And we got a little GPS sound. All right, and you can see that Wi-Fi is on. Wi-Fi is okay. Oh, look, we got a little blue Wi-Fi button on this one here. Oh, okay, so the time you turn on your Wi-Fi is when you want to connect, so you have that Bluetooth, or well, the Wi-Fi connectivity, so it connects to your phone, so then you can transfer things if you need it in a hurry. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, now let's get our phone going. Oh, it's voice activated too. I totally forgot about that, guys. So this is voice activated. Okay, so let's get into the Lingdu app really quick. There we are. And I like to say we do Lingdu. I don't know why I say that, but I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now connected to the Wi-Fi. So we now have picture. We now have picture on the Lingdu unit. Now it doesn't look really good on the phone, but the quality that it actually records is 4K. This is just streaming through Wi-Fi, but this is what's going to basically help you set up on where is a good place to put your camera. All right, so we just hopped in the Accord really quick. I wanted to show you the simplicity of this Lingdu dash camera ecosystem. So this is my other camera that I have in my daily. All right, now I want you to see how easy this is. I'm gonna do it with one hand. I'm gonna unplug the rear camera because I have a rear camera that's installed. Okay, I'm gonna unplug the power cable. Now this is the USB type C, but I'm just showing the simplicity. Like, let's say you only had one dash cam, right? And you had two vehicles, but you wanted to switch your vehicle, right? All you have to do is take the unit, slide it over to the right, pull it right down, and bam, your unit is off. So you would have to have two different bases on this one. I just learned that. I thought they used the same base, but they actually don't. This one's a bit wider, but that's all right though. It comes with extras, so you essentially could put two right next to each other. You can slide that one off, and then you can put the other one on. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this up here, and we'll get some footage really quick. I'm gonna drive around town, get some footage on this unit since that one is down. And then we'll go ahead and install it on this one here. This is kind of a special kind of 2-for-1 here.
Wi-Fi is on.
All right, so I got the Lingdu unit installed. I just installed it just a little bit under. I'm actually going to keep it there though, because like I said, in the case of something happens and I want to switch the unit, I can do that. And it's nice because it's right underneath and I can see it from my view. I can see that. Now I'm going to do the same thing in that car. That car just got tinted windows. It's just really dark right now. So I was like, all right, we're gonna move over to this one. But let's go ahead and drive around and get some daytime shots, and then I'll get some nighttime shots, and then we can go from there. All right, and then so we got the front view, and then we got the rear camera. You have to make sure that rear camera is all the way plugged in, but we got rear camera view there. Now we're gonna switch to our HD resolution. We're gonna go 4K in the front. We'll switch to the rear camera. I'm not sure if you can switch. Yeah, that's all it is there. So all right, let's get to driving, guys. So you can see here it's recording. What I see on the dash though is it's a little bit too focused on my hood. So what I'm going to do here when I come to a stop, I'm going to actually move this camera up just a little bit. It's got a little bit of the hood right there, so I'm going to actually take the unit and turn it up just a little bit. Bam, and now I'm more focused on the straight shot of that. All right, and it's monitoring everything. Looks good. All right, back home, I wanted you guys to see what happens when you turn this off. It's already off. Boom, shuts right off. And the starting process is pretty simple.
Recording started.
It's way more clear than what it's showing me on the phone. I know the quality is good. If it's anything like my other unit, I know it's great. So when it gets darker, we'll come out here at nighttime again and get another one done. Right now, I'm just kind of cruising. This intersection tends to be where a lot of things happen, accidents and stuff. So this is where it would be extremely useful. It was a Subaru. Go figure. I hope you guys enjoyed the install. Not quite an install, but like I said, it's just really to show you how quick you can install this unit without having to tuck it. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to Lingdu. Thanks for the amazing product. Like I said, I wouldn't promote it if I didn't believe in it. And you guys can see with your own eyes. It's not late yet, so when it gets dark, I'm gonna grab some more footage and show you guys here at the end. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys at Lingdu for believing in me, and I appreciate you guys though. Y'all go get your product. I'm sure they'll have it linked in the description down below. And yeah, I love y'all. Peace.